In this next example, we're not going to be using Copilot. We will manually enter the XLOOKUP formula to populate the first and the last name columns in the spreadsheet. So to do this manually, if I click into first name, and then if I choose Insert Function, I'm going to head into the Lookup and Reference category. You can see there's a whole bunch of different functions here to choose from. So I'm going to select the XLOOKUP. That's the one that Copilot chose. There are other ones that you can use as well. And then we've got several function arguments that we need to complete. The first three are mandatory, and that's why the labels are in bold. So the lookup value in this example, we're going to be using the employee ID. Now, the next thing that we need to do is specify where we want to find that employee ID. So this is the lookup array. Now, because that's situated on this sheet, I'm just going to head across there now, and I'm going to select column A. So that contains the employee ID data. And then the return array is the column that contains where you want to find, in this case, the first name data. So if we head back down to raw data, first names are in column C. So that's the return array. And one of the nice things about XLOOKUP as opposed to VLOOKUP is that it does have an argument for error trapping. So if it doesn't find a match for the employee ID, what do we want to enter into the cell? So I'm just going to put something like ID not found. And then the final thing that I'm going to do in this formula is to specify the match mode. Now, we can leave this empty for an approximate match. In my case, I want to say find an exact match to the employee ID, and I can do that by just simply entering a 0 in that function argument. So if I hit OK there, copy that down, and then I would repeat that for the last name. So actually Copilot was pretty quick in doing this. Let's see if I can do it a bit faster for this one. So it's an XLOOKUP. Lookup value, I want to find the matching employee ID. A lookup array, where do I want to find that? That's in the raw data. That's column A. And then the return array, also in the raw data. This time it's the last name data that I'm after. So I'm going to highlight column B. If not found, ID not found, and then match mode. Again, it's an exact match. So I'm going to put a 0 in there. And copy that down. So that's two different ways that you can have Excel do a XLOOKUP, either with the help of Copilot if you've got a paid Copilot license, or if not, you can do it manually. Hope you found that useful, and thanks for watching.